Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Des Moines. Now you guys know the Des Moines received a pretty nasty nerf recently. We're going to test this thing out and see whether or not it's still viable, if it's still a good ship, and I'll let you guys decide after this match. Now, this match is going to go about as poorly for me as it could possibly go. And yet, I'm still going to showcase just how disgusting this ship still is, even after the nerf. So I guess that kind of narrows it down, doesn't it? The Des Moines, even after the nerf, still incredibly powerful. And if you underestimate this ship, battleship, destroyer, cruiser, doesn't matter, this thing will murder you. So, with that being said, let's get this thing started, shall we? Now, I do apologize. I am very tired. Y'all know that I ended up streaming Rocket League for like 5.5 hours yesterday. And I ended up, playing Rocket League total for like 12 hours plus yesterday. I know. It's just the things that happen sometimes when you get addicted to something really, really quickly. Yeah, we've got a Kleber on the enemy team that's going to spawn over here. We've got multiple battleships. Their entire team is going to be over here. So the beginning of this match is going to be pretty... Let's just be honest. Excuse my language. I'm going to be a big old baby bitch. That's just the way it is. You cannot throw your ship away. Because if you do that, then you will not have the chance to use your ship for what it is. And the Des Moines is so powerful that if you do not throw your ship away and you manage to catch these people off guard, you will quickly ruin everybody's existence. We're going to showcase that. Now again, this is not preferable. I'm already spotted. I've got literally the worst Shima player you are ever going to have on your team. And I'm not naming and shaming the guy. It's not about that. It's just about the play style that this guy brings, okay? He could be a great Shima player. Like, I have no idea. But the way he plays in this particular match is the worst teammate that you could possibly have. And, again, it's not about naming and shaming. It's not about trying to, like, call the dude out because he's a potato or anything like that. It is simply due to the way he plays is actually going to hurt the team in the long run. You'll see what I mean as we progress. But the guy's going to be behind me, which is a terrible place for a destroyer. I need to be able to see the enemy. I need to be able to attack the enemy. And then he's going to come out here to the outside. And he is eventually going to spot an enemy Des Moines for us. But the enemy Des Moines is going to be a problem for us. Because he has lots of backup, and I do. We have no battleships currently over here. Now, that's going to change later in the match, which, again, comes down to me waiting and biding my time. When you're outmatched as heavily as we are on this side, this is why I don't understand why the Shima couldn't do more over here, because oh my god, like if I was in the Shima in this, I would have had a field day. This Des Moines was so far out of play in terms of protecting his teammates that he could have easily gotten obliterated. Like this whole side could have gotten obliterated by that Shima. But we got a Montana here. Obviously, Montana overmatches, so we got to be careful. We are spotted, unfortunately, because of gigantic mast. We're trying to disappear. We reverse, and he gets a couple of hits on us. Not that big a deal. But you can see, I'm kind of pinned in. I got a Montana up here. I got a Des Moines up here. I got a Kleber nearby. I got a Yami nearby. And I believe a GK. It's not preferable. But here we've got AP loading, and this is the first time where you're going to see that the reload nerf is going to be a bit of a issue, but it's still not bad. I mean, this thing still reloads very quickly for 8-inch guns. Like, it's stupidly quick. But we catch the Des Moines here slightly over-angled, not citadeling him, but doing some damage. He's got some shots going at our Shima. And our Shima should be relatively protected, as long as he's not an idiot. Like, you should just don't freak out. You can throttle jockey, you can dodge, like, do all the things that you need to do. But here you can see I'm switching back and forth between HE and AP, just trying to keep this guy guessing what he wants to do. I can't allow him to just sit out here. He gets a fire on us after we double fired him, and then he double fires us, so we have to put out that fire. We're going to try to hit him with AP again if he overangles. And then we're going to try to get maybe a fire here as he gets out the door. Now, obviously, the guy's getting further and further away. It's getting harder and harder to hit him. I am worried about the Kleber behind us because he could YOLO rush us at any point. And actually, if he YOLO rushed us, this game wouldn't have even been close. It's not even close. Look how many ships we put to the other side of the map. Now, they've already won that side. But watch how long it takes these guys to actually, like, mobilize after they win their side. It's kind of nutty, actually. There is a destroyer over there, and there's 2 battleships, and we've got our entire team there. And yeah, it's going to take forever. Now, obviously, it feels like it takes even longer due to the fact that I'm under duress, and everybody is just waiting to shoot me here. You can see Montana has turned inside. We've got a Gross Kurfürst behind us. Now, I'm not going to lie. I could have done better against this Gross Kurfürst especially, which means this game could have been even better. But I was so afraid of backing out in front of him because, obviously, he overmatches me. If I back out in front of him broadside, I'm not going to get the benefit of the doubt of getting overpins. Y'all know this. It would just be a death strike. But we're not going to be alone forever. There's a couple people going to be coming back, and one of them especially is a Yamato. And when we get these guys all turned against them, look at that. Huge chunks gone. These guys are so tunnel visioned on me that these battleships are going to rip these guys apart. Now you can see I'm loading the AP. I know what I need to do here. I know that I can back out, and that's when we get hydroed. And I'm like, fudge! I was just about to pop out. If I pop out now, he's going to dev strike me, so we can't do that. We're denied. But you can see his guns are clearly not facing our direction. So had I decided to push over, and you can see Kleber has dropped and went into the B spawn. So I could, or the B cap. So I could have gone back and gotten some damage off this GK. But the good news is I don't actually have to. The Yami and the other battleship that are coming back, they've got this. And you can see as I back out in front of him, trying to get the kill here. Got HE loaded, and Yamato finishes him off. We take a couple hits from the secondaries. That's going to happen. And then we've got a Yami here, and we know that their Montana's here somewhere. So we got to be careful. We don't want to get caught by either of these guys, because that will be certain death. So what we want to do is, again, wait for the Yami to have to turn his attention to the battleships. You can see he's already taken big hits. He's sailing broadside to everybody because he wants to come after me. And again, I haven't done anything up to this point. All I do is exist, and people play stupid. Like, they just straight up will YOLO across the map to try to kill me. It's just the way it is. And this Yami then goes broadside to me because he has to go bow into the guys that are actually blapping the crap out of him. And here, we're going to come around the corner, we're going to go ahead, shoot our HE, which is already loaded, and then we're going to switch over to AP and showcase just how disgusting this ship is. Now, the Yami has very good turret traverse for a battleship, but it ain't good enough, sunshine. You don't have enough health to survive a Des Moines at this range loading AP. You just don't. Look at that, 11,500, and we're going to keep punching him. 3 salvos, he's done. Citadeling him even. You cannot give a Des Moines a broadside. Ever. Ever. You will not live to regret it. Especially in a battleship. By the time you get loaded, you'll be dead. Like 3, 4, 5 salvos, from full health, you'll be gone. Like, it's no joke. So you gotta pay attention. You gotta prioritize targets. And in this situation, like, there's not a lot we can do about it. So we gotta try our best. Now, we know the Des Moines here. Again, this is not a great fight for us, but notice he's trapped himself on the inside of that island. So now we're going to come around the corner with AP loaded for bear, and we get the first shot off completely unspotted, so that's beautiful. We get a nice little hit, 1 Citadel. This guy's going to get extremely lucky on not getting multiple Citadels per shot, like, for real. Normally, Des Moines is going to be slapping you for multiple Citadels here. We've got 1 Citadel every single salvo. He is going to get turned in, obviously. So we managed to take most of his health really quickly. We're going to have to switch over to HE. You notice that I immediately switched to HE once he goes bow in. We don't overmatch, so we gotta try to burn him down here. And you can see the HE is actually pretty nasty as well. So we're trying to go high, trying to get those HEs to go through the less than 32 millimeters. I believe we have 38 millimeters of armor penetration with HE, but Montana manages to finish him off. We've got the Montana around the corner here. Now this is where I actually do a misplay. Now we've done 71,000 damage. We're capturing a base currently. My best play here could have been to grab this base and head towards the center cap, getting myself away from this Montana. But that ain't what I played. Montana actually Yami comes around the corner. He's full broadside. I go like, okay, well, I'm screwed here, so I'm going to try to take as much as I can off of these guys. And we get very lucky. We're begging for overpins at this point. But watch the AP. Again, if you go broadside to this thing, it will ruin your entire existence. This guy's full health. I'm the only one that's done any damage to this man, right? Watch his health just evaporate in the short amount of time that I am here. And I'm just going full broadside, begging for this guy to overpin me. I'm like, please, overpin mechanic, work for my favor for once. And you can see I am just shredding him. We've taken half his health. He's going to have another 20 seconds to reload, so another chunk. I mean, we're hitting the man for like 8 to 10k every 4 seconds. Look at that damage, man. That's a lot of damage. It's ridiculous. And so we're just... I know I'm dead next shot, right? So I'm just trying to get as many shells out as possible. He does manage to kill us, but we took over 3/4 of that man's health, and we punch him again. And we went from, what, 70,000 to 130,000 damage? Now, this is the part where I get to talk about the Shima and how useless he's been as a teammate. Now, maybe he got some torps on the GK at some point, but that's all he's gotten. He's not tried to capture any bases. He's not tried to counter a destroyer at all. He's literally just been sailing around behind me, launching torps from max range at all times. And it could just be that he's new to the Shima, he doesn't really know what he's doing, or it could just be his playstyle, but in these situations, capturing the bases make all the difference. I mean, the fact that they've had 3 caps is why they end up winning this match. I know, it's a bit of a shame that I have to spoil the ending like that, but our guy's capturing the Bravo cap. This guy could have been in the cap this whole time, capturing bases, but he's sitting here waiting for battleships to show themselves, and there's no reason for this. Get in the base, capture the base, give our team a chance. When you force yourself to go after the kills, you put the win in their hands, right? You have to play perfectly in order to kill them, in order to win the match. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the destroyer on the enemy team just surviving. Why? Because he has the points lead. It is as simple as that. The Montana and the Yami both sailing broadside. Our Yami is in a great position to counter him. We've got our other battleship coming over as well. Now that other battleship could have stayed close to Bravo. He wasn't really needed here. Our Montana's actually going to do really well to beat these guys up, which is surprising. He manages to take out the Yami right away, and then he's got just a Montana out there. And between the two of them, they're going to be able to kill this Montana in no time flat. And you can see he is capturing the base, but look at the Shima again. Look at the Shima. This is called damage chasing, guys. And again, I'm not trying to put the guy down. That's not the point of this. I just want to point out, you know, the mistakes that he's making in the moment that throw the match for us. And Yami gets a good hit on him. And of course, Montana's going to finish him off here pretty soon. And that's going to leave just the destroyer versus our team. And you can see rear turret's not quite able to finish him off. Shima torps are on the way, but swing and a miss. Big surprise. When you're launching torps from maximum range, they're pretty easy to dodge because you end up with gaps and all of that. And Yami manages to finish off Montana, and that leaves 2 battleships capturing a base. So actually one of them's currently capturing the base, but there's not enough time. You got a minute and a half, and the only way we win this match is if the destroyer is actually incredibly stupid. He literally doesn't have to do anything and he wins this match. Even if our guys capture this base and we have a 2-to-1 advantage, we're not going to gain on him fast enough for him to lose this match. But he goes a step further. He actually goes into Bravo, and this is where I say if that Yami had stayed home at Bravo, we win this match because he could have easily killed that destroyer. I have no idea how much health that destroyer still has, but he could have easily helped finish that destroyer off. But again, if our destroyer had at any point during this match tried to capture bases, we win this match. the enemy through this match, and yet they get away with it because our destroyer refuses to play as a team and try to capture bases. And that's one of your primary objectives in a destroyer, because you're the one person on the team that has the ability to freely move about the map without being detected. Especially in a Shima as like sneaky as they are. So, again, not hating on the guy. It happens. We all make those kinds of mistakes, but I like to point this out so that other people don't make the same mistakes. Try to get those base caps, guys, because it will win you matches. Base caps, especially in domination, mean it so much. Now, obviously, if it's a team deathmatch and it's just a single flag each, you can play a little bit more aggressive and going for the damage to try to win the match, because it's a lot harder to capture the base in that sense. But in a domination, you have to prioritize caps. And I know I didn't get a chance to do it, but I mean, you saw what we were up against. 2 Yamis, a Grossa Curve first, a Montana, a Des Moines, and a Kleber all on our side. That's 6 out of the enemy 9 ships that were on our side of the map. So we did what we could. We ended up coming away with 132,000 damage, which I think was pretty solid. We get to showcase the just pure destructive ability that is Des Moines, if given the opportunity. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.